Broadcasting live from the Garden State, it's Real Sports Talk with Kenny Kluska on the Damage 365 Radio Network.
Why, hello there, everybody, and welcome to the 83rd episode of Real Sports Talk with Kenny Kluska. Of course, I'm your host, Kenny Kluska, here to provide you with another, hopefully good episode. Those that know me probably realize, I've been fairly upset since the beginning of the day. I often joke that I'm the only Marlins fan in New Jersey, and I'm sure most of you have heard the news as to what happened early this morning. I'll talk much more about that in the later half of the show. Definitely a sad day, not just for Marlins fans, but the baseball world in general. I'll get to that later on in the show. It's definitely affected me. I woke up maybe 8:15 this morning. It was a regular day. I was going to have my coffee, then head to the gym. Just drinking my coffee, looking up things on my iPad. A normal Sunday morning when I don't have to worry about work. And then my phone goes off. Bleacher Report notification, about Jose Fernandez and his tragic passing at 24. Did a complete double take, complete shock. Like I said, I'll get to it more in the second half of the show. I really, was debating whether I was going to go on the air because, this really did hit me hard. Like I said, I'm as big a Marlins fan as there is, I think. But I haven't done a show the previous 2 weeks, and, that I'm not happy about whatsoever, because I absolutely do enjoy doing this. But, things unfortunately happened where it was hard for me to get on the air on a Sunday. From now on, I'm really going to try to do it, on another day or another time if I am unavailable at 5 p.m. on Sunday. So I didn't want to make it 3 weeks in a row without doing a show. So I wanted to provide you with something, definitely give my words about Jose Fernandez, what he meant to me as a Marlins fan. I'll get to that, a little bit later on in the show. Let's just talk about first what's coming up in the sports world. Tonight, for your WWE fans, we have WWE's next pay-per-view. This one is a Monday Night Raw exclusive, and it's called Clash of Champions. All of the belts on Monday Night Raw will be defended. We got the Tag Team Champions, New Day, defending against Anderson and Gallows. New Day have held the belts for over a year now, so definitely wouldn't surprise me if the title changes hands. We will see. We got a triple threat match for the Women's Championship. Champion Charlotte, who won the Women's Championship back last pay-per-view from Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks will be one of the two challengers, along with Bayley, trying to take that belt away from Charlotte. The Intercontinental Championship, the United States Championship, we have Rusev, the champion, going against challenger Roman Reigns. Of course, the WWE Monday Night Raw has a cruiserweight division now. After being defunct for many years, the cruiserweights are back. They had that whole big cruiserweight challenge on the network, which TJ Perkins won, thus becoming the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. He will have his first title defense against Brian Kendrick, a longtime WWE veteran who, wasn't with the company for about a 6-7 year span. He is back, and he will try to take the Cruiserweight Championship from TJ Perkins. So definitely some good matches. Along with Sami Zayn versus Chris Jericho, Nia Jax versus Alicia Fox on the pre-show, and Cesaro versus Sheamus in their best of 7 series. Of course, Sheamus won the first 3. Cesaro wins the next 3. So the pivotal 7th matchup between the two to decide who takes the series, and as Stephanie McMahon promised, the winner of that series will get a future title shot. So, future title shot is on the line in that match. Baseball, hard for me to talk about baseball, but we're 9 days away from the American League wild card game. Right now, Toronto holds the first wild card spot, a 1.5 game lead over Baltimore, who is currently in the 2nd spot. They are just a half game ahead of the Detroit Tigers. They are 2.5 games ahead of the Mariners and 3 games ahead of the Astros. Time is running out for teams such as the Mariners or Astros with, only a week left really in the regular season. They're going to have to go on a good winning streak to end the year, and hope the Orioles and Tigers lose some games in order for them to have a possibility at advancing to the AL wildcard game. And the NL wildcard game is the day after that, 10 days away. Right now, the Mets and the Giants are tied for the 2 wildcard spots. Both have the same record, and the St. Louis Cardinals are right there behind them, just half a game behind. So 3 teams battling for the 2 wildcard spots should provide some entertaining baseball in this last week of the season as, teams jockey for playoff positioning, including the wild cards. Most of the division races are all but sewn up, but, as you can see, there's definitely some drama regarding the wild card. Then we are 30 days away from the World Series. Home field advantage will be for the American League team as they once again won the All-Star game, as they seemingly do most of the time, at least recently, since Bud Selig announced, I don't remember exactly what year, that the winner of the All-Star game would have home field advantage in the playoffs. We are 17 days away from the NHL regular season opener. There will be 4 games that day. Same day the World Series starts, 30 days away. The NBA regular season also begins. There will be 3 games on the schedule. 2 pretty marquee games. The new look New York Knicks going on the road against the defending champion Cleveland Cavaliers, who will have their ring ceremony prior to the game. Then we have San Antonio Spurs at the Golden State Warriors, coming off their record-breaking regular season, 73-9, best regular season record in NBA history. Of course, had the 3-1 lead in the finals before losing 3 in a row to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Went out and signed Kevin Durant in the offseason to pair him up with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. So a lot of people are handing them a championship. I'm not ready to do that, though. Strange things have happened. Kevin Durant, just 2 seasons ago, missed over half the season due to injury. Steph Curry has had ankle problems throughout his career. So you can't just hand them the championship. People did that with the Lakers after they signed Dwight Howard, Steve. Sorry about that. After they signed Dwight Howard and Steve Nash, to pair with Kobe and Pau Gasol. That didn't work out. They barely made the playoffs as Nash stayed hurt most of the year. Lakers also had a time when they signed Gary Payton and Karl Malone. It looked like a legendary team, but in the end, they, were not able to win the championship. So I'm not ready to just hand them the title, and I don't really feel like anyone should. But we will see what happens. Should be an exciting NBA season. Should be an exciting NHL season. And of course, baseball playoffs are always exciting. Those are right around the corner. While I am looking forward to it, just today's news really shook me. Definitely gonna, say a little bit about it after this commercial break to hear from Damage 365 and our sponsors.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order. Hello, ladies. The Big Valboski here, and you're listening to Damage 365 Radio.
Genius full of glory and renown. You are listening to Damage 365 Radio.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
Welcome back after that short commercial break from Damage 365 and our sponsors. Let's get into it. Of course, as I mentioned, found out this morning, the tragic news, that 24-year-old ace pitcher on the Miami Marlins, Jose Fernandez, was killed in a boating accident, happened late, like 3 in the morning, was when, he was found. Just trying to even think how to start. Let's look at, what an impact he had in his brief tenure in the major leagues. Unfortunately cut, way too short because of what happened. 4 seasons in the majors. We'll finish